My main thing today here is to come in and show you numbers, because the numbers don't lie. Some of the numbers you might know, some of the numbers you might not know. We're going to see if your eyes are open about different things. Now, if you go on www.nfl.com, you can find out a whole lot of things about the teams, about the players, and different facts and figures. But also, they put on that website statistics and certain things that you might not know about the players. All you have to do is go into a search, okay? Right now, he touched upon who makes the most money. He said baseball makes the most money. I'm touching upon the average salary of these particular players. Do you have any idea what sports, who has the highest average salary for a player? No. No. Who said basketball? The NBA. The NBA has the highest average salary for a player. Do you know why the NBA has the highest average salary? Less players. Less players, higher salary. Who has the lowest average salary? Football, NFL. Why does NFL have the lowest annual salary? More players. Okay. We're taking the NFL with more players. Basic information about the NFL, and you can find this on NFL.com. Who all are quarterbacks? No quarterbacks? Wide receivers. 20% chance. You've got a 20% chance of being one of the top 10 highest paid athletes. The other 8 are quarterbacks. They're around the $20 million range a year. So Calvin Johnson and then Larry Fitzgerald, they run in around 16 million, 15 million respectively. But your highest paid quarterbacks ranging from Eli Manning, somewhere around 18 million, up to, I believe, Falco was the biggest signer so far, somewhere around 23 million. So if you're not a quarterback or a wide receiver, there's a good chance right now you won't be the highest paid player in the NFL. That gets back to your average salary of a ball player. That average salary of a ball player is important because you have a starting point to know where you're going to be. And that's what this is all about, to get realistic numbers in your head. If you don't have realistic numbers, you can't start. You don't have a realistic place to start. Okay? Realistically, let's go with something easy. Let's go with the we'll go with the 10 million mark. Who did get the 10 million? 10 million. $10 million, you just got drafted 15 on the first round. How much are you going to get paid a year? The deal that every rookie is going to sign is a four-year deal. Say this last draft, RG3. RG3 contract was worth about $20 million. That's over a 4-year period. But 4 other players were drafted by the Redskins that barely made $2 million a year. That's going to be the league average. The league average for an NFL player last year was $1.9 million a year. Okay? So, you were drafted number 15. RG was drafted number 1. So there'll be a big discrepancy right there. But you're looking over a 4-year deal. So if you divide that by 4 years, you're only making $2.5 million a year. Correct? All right. Now, you've got that little form down there. And I want you to use your numbers. I don't want you to use my numbers. Use your numbers. In the first box of that form, if you look down toward the end of that first box, you'll see over 388,000. Does everybody see that? So all of you are going to make over $388,000. If you put down 1 million, you made over 388. If you put down 25 million, you made over 388. So you're going to fall in that category. If you put 10 million, you divide that by 4, that'll give you 2.5 million or 2,500,000. If you put 15 million, divide that by 4. All right, after we get that figure right there, your taxes for that over $388,000 is going to be 35%. Multiply your 35% times whatever you make for the year. And that's how much you're going to pay in taxes. And that's off the top. Now, there are certain ways to minimize that figure with deductions, but that's in your tax bracket, that's what you pay for taxes. Next step. I bet you didn't know. The state charges you income taxes too. If you live in Alabama, they're going to charge you income taxes. But what I bet you didn't know was that every state you play ball in charge you taxes. Wait a minute now. If you, say for instance, you get drafted to New Orleans, okay, so you playing with the Saints, and you go to California to play against San Francisco. Oh, let's back up. So, I got, what? So you all didn't know that you all don't get all that money up front? You didn't know that? You get that money for each game you play. 16 games in the season. All right, I'm going to give you a calculation. I want you to put it down at the bottom of the page, and we'll use it later, okay? You got 16 games in the season. Whatever you get paid per year, I get paid $1,900,000 because I'm just an average player. You're going to divide that by 16. So I'm getting paid $118,750 a game. Yeah, whatever you make, whatever you're getting paid for the year, say for instance, the $10 million man got paid $2.5 million. Yeah, you need to divide that $2.5 million by 16. That's how much you get paid per game. The importance of that figure is that's the way you get paid. You get paid per game. So if you play for New Orleans and you travel to San Francisco and you play a game in San Francisco, you have to pay income taxes to the state of California because you worked there. You worked there and you earn money there. So you're liable for taxes there. If you get hurt that game and you don't play that game, you don't have to pay taxes, but you take that amount that you have in the bottom of your corner and you subtract it from this number right there, and you're going to get paid $118,000 less because you didn't play that game. Now, we're paying you to play now. We're in the NFL. We're a team. We're paying you to play. You don't play, we don't pay you. You get hurt, we don't pay you. You get suspended, we don't pay you. You missed the plane, we don't pay you.
What if you just on the practice squad?
Then you're not going to be making $1.9 million a year. Take the amount of money that you make per year, multiply it times 15%. That's the basic average of the state taxes that you're going to pay. You're going to write that right underneath what you're paying for federal taxes. $15.15 times your first number, whatever your with me it was $1,900,000, my average salary. With you it might be $2.5 million or whatever, but multiply that times 15%, and whatever figure that comes out to be. Mine was $285. That's the amount that you're going to pay for state taxes. How many of you plan to be 65 years old? Very good. That means you're going to have to draw Social Security, meaning you're going to have to pay Social Security now. But good thing, last year Social Security topped out at $108,000. So I'm going to give you this number, 108, 6.2%. You don't have to write that down. Social Security on $108,000 equals to $6,696. So during the year, you all are going to pay $6,996 for Social Security. Going to give one more calculation. We're going to multiply your average salary times 0.0145. 0.0145 is your Medicare taxes. Okay, I'm the average player. I'm the average player in the NFL right now. I make $1.9 million. I make $1,900,000. After across the board taxes, what I have to deal with right now is $892,565.
Okay, and might I add, you still have an agent. You still have to
That's
pay for
coming.
training.
Yes.
You know, you got to pay for that training before the draft. You paying for that. Those meals to lose the weight, you're paying for it. So, and that whatever you borrow from your agent right before the draft, that's coming out too. So that's something else that you're not taking home.
My average salary is $1.9 million. Right now, I'm at $892,565. All right, I'm ready to play football. $892,000 in my pocket. But I just moved from Alabama to Miami, New Jersey, wherever. You gotta have a place to stay. You gotta have a place to stay. You can get a nice house in Alabama for about $500,000, but you can get a condo, a one-room condo in California for $500,000. So let's say you got to spend $500,000 for a place to stay. Wait a minute, you're an NFL player. You're an NFL player. You got you the number 15 draft pick in the first round. You got to have your $500,000 house. No, you're not in debt already. You $892,000. I'm gonna show you how you're getting ready to get in debt, and I'm gonna show you what skills that you have to number one, stay out of debt, two, control that debt, and three, make reasonable choices about the money that you have. But first, I've got to get you in debt. First, I'm showing you that the money that you make is not the money you get to keep off the bat. The money you do get to keep, you got to think about what you're going to do with that money.